Good evening. I'd like to welcome everybody to our 2020-21 awards celebration evening. It's great to have everybody here tonight. I will tell you that I've been super impressed and super appreciative of how our staff has adapted through this pandemic, including tonight. I'm not talking about a video webcast that a lot of people are doing across the country, but we've had a chance to celebrate with as many grads as we can that are around here getting their frame day. You'll see a little bit later, and I've seen smiles on people's faces, and we've tried to do the best that we can. This last year has been a difficult one. There's no way to sugarcoat it. I will say that, I've heard at different times that people have been resilient, student athletes have been resilient. I think that's too cliche. They've been resilient, they've dug in, they've also been sad, they've been hurt, emotions have been all over the gamut. And when I say they as student athletes, or you as student athletes, so have we as adults. It's been very, very difficult. All I'll say is that, there's a quote that trying matters, and I believe in that. And I think that we've tried here at Acadia. We've tried to make it as positive as we can be. And I will tell you that I cannot appreciate our student athletes more than I have in my 16 years as an athletic director than this past year. You've been incredible in our community, you've been incredible in the residents, and you've come here with, for the most part, smiles on your faces to train, develop, in some cases play the sports you love, and we've appreciated that a lot. The other thing I want to do is just congratulate our graduates. Thank you for everything that you've done. Again, it becomes cliche that you're a part of the family forever, but I think that that here at Acadia, from the people who've left before you, we continue to write reference letters for them. They continue to come home for homecoming and have the time of their lives. Every time they do, they pop in our office, and our coaches and our staff are with you forever for whatever you need. So thank you for the mark that you've left here at Acadia. And then finally, I think that everybody's aware, or most people would be, that this is my last awards evening. I'm going to be retiring as the athletic director here in June of this year. And I will tell you, and I just tell you what I've been telling people all the time, I'm leaving the best job in the world. I'm leaving the best job with the best people that I love coming to work with, but I'm really excited about it. It's just time for me. I've been 34 years in the industry, and 33 of them have been as the head guy, and sometimes it's just a matter of taking a bit of a step back, and that's what I'm going to be doing, and I am, again, really excited about it. Our coaches and staff know how I feel about them, so I'm going to leave that one parked at the side. I just want to tell you what I'm going to miss the most for sure is our student athletes. It's unbelievable to come to the office every day. You make me young. I'm an old guy that feels like I'm young because I get a chance to spend time with you and to say hi and to meet with you and talk with you, and it really has meant a lot. The best part by far are our student athletes as athletic directors, at least I think if you're a good athletic director. But the part that I love the most is seeing people that in year one don't even look you in the eye. They're wondering if you're ever going to get a chance to know them, and then by the time they walk out the doors in year 4 and 5, you've become good friends with them. And that's the part of the job I'm going to miss the most. So thank you to all the student athletes. You've been great, the people over my 16 years at 2 different schools, but I will say Acadia by far is the most special place that I've ever been associated with, and I really appreciate it a lot. So anyway, have a great night, and it's not like I'm going away. I'll see you again here soon, and this is going to be a great night, so thank you.
I want to take this opportunity to congratulate all of our student athletes, and in particular those of you who are receiving awards. This has been an extraordinary year, and I really do want to say how much I appreciate, as president of Acadia, the incredible determination and commitment and passion that each and every one of you have shown throughout this year. You've pushed through it, you've stuck with the program, and it's been a disappointing year, of course, in so many ways, but you can be proud that you have got through it and you have done well. And in particular, I want to stress the fact that I appreciate that for student athletes this has been a particularly hard year. It's been hard on everybody, but for you, you thrive on the physical contact of your sport, and so physical distancing is an anathema. You thrive on the competition, on that sort of feeling of putting on your school colors and going out and entertaining the crowd and the roar of the fans and all of the things that go to being a student athlete and all the experiences that are around that. And you've missed that, and you've had to do without most of that for this year. And so I really want to thank you for coping with that, for perseverance and showing that Acadia resilience that has got us through many, many difficult times at this university. So congratulations to you all, and thank you. I want to wish all of you who are graduating this year all the best. And I just want to let you know that you probably started at Acadia the same year I did, so you have seen through your Acadia experience probably under my presidency, and I really appreciate that. And also, of course, you have been present for the last full year of an outstanding individual who has led Acadia Athletics for so long. Was so sad that Kevin Dickey has announced his retirement, but at the same time, we're happy for him. And particularly happy for the incredible legacy that he leaves behind. His shoes or his boots or his skates are going to be very difficult to fill, but we know that he has built an incredible athletics program here at Acadia, one that makes me so proud because of our achievements, both in the sports, but also in the academic achievements as well. And Kevin, you will be sorely missed, but even as you retire, you will always remain part of the Acadia family, and indeed that family which includes all of you as well. So congratulations, well done to the award winners, but most of all, thank you to every single one of you. You are proud Axemen and Axewomen. Go Acadia, go!
Unfortunately, this year saw all AUS competition canceled due to COVID-19.
Despite the limited opportunities available to both our fall and winter sport teams, each team had that one individual that stood out amongst their peers.
As the glue that bound the team's effort to practice, train, and in some cases compete against other universities despite the ongoing pandemic.
The Coaches Award is given annually to the individual or individuals on a team that clearly exemplify the goals of the coaches and team.
The individual or individuals exhibited unwavering effort in training, great perseverance, taking on all the challenges, a willingness to listen and learn, and exhibited exceptional improvement in their playing performance and became a natural leader among their peers.
Despite this challenging season, each coach recognized that their team had that important Coaches Award winner to get through this season.
So tonight, since it's difficult to celebrate great athletic achievements in a season that had little athletic competition, We are pleased to pay tribute and recognize those individuals who worked so hard to make the most of a season that was not to be.
The Axe Women's Soccer Team's Coach Award co-winners are Megan Johnston and Jessica Hunt.
First off, for the Coaches Award, it's always a little bit difficult to pick, but this year, so many of our athletes, across the board, but in women's soccer, persevered, right? And really showed some leadership, and it's kind of a young team, so a lot of our third years and our fourth years, of which there are not that many on the team, they've really had to take on the mantle of leadership on the team, so it's kind of a hard choice, but a couple of unsung heroes. First off, Jess Hunt from White Rock, BC. She's kind of the glue. She's the first one to hold players accountable. She sees players in different groups. She kind of brings them all in. She leads by example on the field. Her effort, whether it's rehab because she's had some injuries to battle through, or just in training, just her team first attitude. And Jess is definitely a worthy award winner for the Coaches Award. And then Megan Johnston from Dartmouth, Nova Scotia. And Megan's also, a team first person. Doesn't matter if you're first, second, third, fourth year. Megan's, I think she's living with 3 or 4 first years next year. So again, another kind of glue player, leads by example, one of the fittest players on the team, doesn't let setbacks get to her, just comes back even stronger. And again, kind of leads by example in that way. So, and then, we've done some fundraisers this year, and she was really instrumental in helping organize those as well. So both of them, hard to choose between the two, and hard to choose from a number of players on the team, but Megan Johnston and Jessica Hunt are Coaches Award winners for this year.
The Axemen Soccer Team's Coaches Award winner is Andrew Nutt.
Well, the person that comes to mind is Andrew Nutt. Andrew is the type of person that is always there to help, whether it's organising team events or community initiatives. He's always there to help. He's also been very active in SMILE, the Acadia Players Association, and also helping out with Acadia's mental health initiatives. Andrew's usually always the first to training and always works very hard. He's showed a lot of courage during various injury and health issues, and worked through it, and is the sort of player that any team would want to have. And I'm very appreciative of what he brings to the team and want to thank him.
The Axe Women Cross Country Team's Coaches Award winner is Madeline Higgins.
Well, Madeline is a focused, determined athlete that wants to get things done, and she does it. She follows through, and goal-orientated. Madeline was a leader with the group. She made sure that the team stayed together and worked together, and that was her goal. She was more or less a leader in the sense of listening to her athletes, or her co-athletes. Like she wanted them to be able to be the best they could be, and she made sure that their needs were met. Always there for them, and always she always spoke up for them. And she was a true captain. She was a true captain in the sense that, yeah, she was busy with not only her academics, but she really took the whole varsity program serious. And not only that, she led them through. She led them through her ability to to be a top athlete. So,
The Axemen football team's Coaches Award winner is Brett Switzer.
Brett's he's a coach on the field. I mean, he's been a coach, out there for us for a number of years. I mean, we joke around that he's the Van Wilder of our team because he's been here for so long. So, Brett's an older player, but just wise beyond his years, and has been a mentor and a role model for our defensive backs and our team for 3 or 4 years. This year coming into COVID, we knew that things weren't going to be, the norm, the same. And I needed someone that I could rely on, that I could call, that I could count on to organize our group and our team and keep us kind of in good spirits and directed and focused. Brett's a guy I call on, and whenever I need him, I can text him, I can message him, we communicate on what's going on with the team and kind of, the vibe and how everybody's feeling. And he's been great. I mean, he's been involved in so many things and been such a leader on our team through community organization, through Alzheimer's and Run for the Cures and stuff we do with the minor Bulldogs here, and doing stuff with the book sale and stuff with Winnie Horton. I mean, he's become my liaison with so many different groups, and it hasn't stopped even over this COVID time. So Brett has been, as I said, a coach, on the field for us as a player, and he's mentoring and being a role model for a bunch of other younger guys and guys that are ready to step into his position when he leaves. He's already set that up, and he's been a treat, and I'm going to miss him for sure.
The Axewomen Rugby Team's Coaches Award co-winners are Sophie Picard and Keisha Kane.
Yeah, what an extraordinary year. We've had such a unique challenge with COVID, and one of the foundational components of our culture on the team is that our belief is that on bad teams, nobody leads. On good teams, coaches lead, and on great teams, players lead. And I haven't had two players who stepped up to the plate more solidly this year than Sophie and Keisha. Right from day one, they've been helping to organize practices and training sessions, and never once has their enthusiasm wavered. It's been incredible, and they've been an incredible asset to me and to our program.
On behalf of the Acadia Alumni Association, it is my pleasure to bring greetings during this virtual celebration of the commitment and accomplishments of Acadia's 2020-2021 student athletes. I am Danelda Macbeth, President of the Acadia Alumni Association and graduate of the class of 1975. Unfortunately, like so many other activities and undertakings, our return to competitive sports and athletic competition this year did not unfold as we had hoped. Although the AUS was able to offer some in-person and virtual exhibition play for their student athletes, it was not the formal athletic competition envisioned for the 2020-2021 season. For alumni near and far, the excitement of sports games and competitions have been missed, and we certainly hope we can return to in-person competitions in the coming year. Notwithstanding the pandemic, in true Acadia spirit, you, our student athletes, remained committed to your training, giving back to the university and your fellow students and the greater Acadia community. Working with Acadia Athletics and the coaching staff, the university, with contributions from many of you, was able to deliver a robust alternative sports model, engaging your fellow students and the local community. We thank you for that commitment and those contributions at a time when unity and engagement was most needed. For our graduating student athletes, congratulations on all that you have accomplished during your time at Acadia. We look forward to hearing of your many great adventures in this next phase of your life journey. We hope that you stay in touch with the Alumni Association and make the time to return to campus or join us at one of our off-campus events hosted throughout the year in the years ahead. In the meantime, stand up and cheer. Fingers crossed for our season next year. Stay well and be safe. Thank you.
The Axemen basketball team's Coaches Award winner is Rowan Power.
Yeah, I think Rowan was a pretty obvious choice. I think it would be unanimous across our whole group, for this year in particular. As a staff, we relied on him right from the beginning, kind of as soon as COVID hit. Even before that, at the end of our last season, he really kind of took the reins with the team and started to form a different kind of day-to-day culture with the group. And then over the COVID period, he was certainly a guy I leaned on to be just a conduit, between the staff and the players. And he was just fantastic, and he's also probably your hardest working guy out there, and so with that comes, you're just a guy who's respected by your players and your staff, and your voice carries a little bit of weight, and he was just a rock for us all year, and that's why he's very deserving of this award for sure.
The Axewomen basketball team Coaches Award winner is Rachel Clotre Trudeau.
Well, it's the Ellen Hatt Award for us, and so Rachel does embody a lot of those qualities I found that Ellen did as well. But with Ellen, something we always valued was her leadership. So Rachel really has stepped into that role in the past 2 seasons for sure. But the thing with Rachel is, I think that the thing that I've always loved about Rachel right from the beginning was that her force of will was always bigger than her emotions. And so she'd always put herself to the side. She'd always kind of park whatever she might have been feeling about, her circumstances or how things were going for, the betterment of the team, but also for progress. She always wanted to just constantly focused on the process and progress. And I think that was something that, to me, differentiated herself, her early for us, but then, man, seeing her progress, seeing her development, her transformation, she's just, she's everything that this award's all about.
The Axemen Swim Team Coaches Award co-winners are Gordon Short and Benjamin Hinger.
Yeah, so on the male side, another difficult choice, but we also have co-winners. So our first winner, Benjamin Hinger, who is a 5th-year student, came back to swim in his 5th year, has brought a lot to our program, has started off with, we didn't even have a full component of swimming, especially males on the team when he started, and it built in, and he was a member of our championship team last year. So just a versatile swimmer, really works hard and is, a very humble person. So he's alongside with our other award winner, co-winner Gordon Short, who just sets the bar so high in practice, comes to practice every day, first one to get in the pool, just elevates the whole practice, so you know when he's there, it's not only the lane that's swimming hard, the whole team is swimming hard. I really think he's one of the most humble persons I've ever met. His name is on our record board probably more than anybody other athlete on there, and we'll just do anything that you ask, and is just a versatile person. So both of those Coaches Award winners are incredibly humble and incredibly hardworking. So congratulations to both of you guys.
The Axe Women's Swim Team's Coaches Award co-winners are Elizabeth Morrison and Gina Valancourt.
Yeah, so this year was a really difficult year given the fact that we had COVID and there wasn't a season. So they are pretty obvious choices, even if there wasn't COVID. So my first winner on the women's side, there's co-winners. Elizabeth Morrison. She comes to practice every day, works really hard, comes from a synchronized swimming background, and she's just continually improving. Her work ethic is above and beyond. She comes to practice with a smile on her face, and she just wants to improve. So she takes all the feedback we give her, and she instantly translates it to make herself a better athlete. So she's one of the athletes that comes to practice and asks you how your day was. So that's always nice. The co-winner along with Elizabeth is Gina Valancourt. And she's another swimmer that comes to practice and works really hard and has continually improved this year and is really, really up to her game, both mentally, physically, and, really gives back to the team and really cheers the team on. So she comes also to practice with a smile on her face and gives it her all. So they're both great, deserving of this award this year. So congratulations to them.
The Axe Women Volleyball Team's Coaches Award winner is Zoe Liss.
Our women's volleyball student athletes selected Zoe Liss this year for the Teammate Award in the 2020-2021 season because of the resilience she's demonstrated all year and to be honest, including last year. Zoe had suffered a concussion last year and that took her out for a majority of the season, and then she had an injury to her wrist this year that impacted her as a setter. But Zoe didn't let that stop her, and that's one of the reasons why her teammates voted for her. She's demonstrated resiliency. She's decided to make an impactful decision about building herself in the weight room, building herself on the sidelines of the court to do everything that she can to help make our program better. She's a good person, she's empathetic towards other individuals, she's a motivator for our team, and she's an exceptional coach. She coaches with our Axe volleyball program, and the student athletes that get to work with her are incredibly lucky to have her mind. Zoe Liss has also been an academic All-Canadian, and she will once again this year. She's very disciplined in every avenue that she does, and she's an exceptional contributor to our women's volleyball program.
The Axemen Hockey Team's Coaches Award winner is Locke Morrison.
Well, we felt there was several good choices, but Locke kind of checked a lot of boxes for our program. I think in a tough year where we were very fortunate for sure across the country getting to practice and getting some games in. He was a guy that I think got better as a hockey player, physically fit, just in tremendous shape, was down at the rink every day, pushing himself to get better. And this was a tough year. If you're getting better in a year like this, a lot of guys took advantage of it and did get better, but I think he led the way, and even in the 2 exhibition games that we played, we thought he was outstanding. But so those things, you know, stuck out to us as coaches. But I think as his teammates would tell you, I mean, he's a tremendous individual. He's gotten better every year that he's been here. He looks out for his teammates, and he's a very low maintenance person. So in this day and age where it's tough to be a leader for kids, because, you know, we're all from, you know, different areas and have different beliefs and those types of things, and, you know, bringing him, you know, into this and getting an opportunity to win this award, I think it's fitting, because, you know, as I said, it's tough. It was a tough year to, you know, to surge forward for us as individuals, and he certainly led the way for our team.
Hey team, it's Ryan LJ here from APA. We're just hopping on to say a big thank you to all the support this year. We couldn't have done it without you. I know it's been a tough one, so we've gone through it together. But without further ado, we're going to hand over the APA Spirit Award.
So the APA Spirit Award winners this year is Emery Hallam-Racine and Jill Goss for all their work they did with the Bell Let's Talk video and Acadia for You. We thank you for taking the effort and time to look after our student athletes this year. It's a year that especially was important in the mental health aspect.
Jimmy Adamate Award is dedicated in the memory of Jimmy Adamate, who died at the young age of 18 and who was an active participant in intramural sport. The award is given annually to a varsity athlete who made an exceptional effort to connect with students and fans. This year's Acadia Student Union Jimmy Adamate Award winner is swimming's Sadie McClear.
Sadie joined Students Representative Council after winning the Community Relations Rep position in October 2020. From the very beginning, she stood out and began meeting with permanent residents of Wolfville, as well as students, and understanding how do we build greater community and connections off campus. She assisted myself in hosting a series of community roundtables in December and promoting those to varsity athletes and getting them engaged. She's also created a guide for off-campus students to understand how they can be better neighbors and be a good contributing community member. And her most defining work is currently in progress, creating a What is Wolfville video for students to have the opportunity to share with themselves and with the broader community what Wolfville is to them and why it is so important that we keep focusing on preserving the strong sense of community that we have here. Sadie is truly one of our exceptional student leaders because of her genuine passion for creating community, not only among students, but also among students and off-campus residents of Wolfville.
The President's Award was established in recognition of Acadia's 175th anniversary. Individuals chosen for this award have displayed the highest standard of leadership and will be known as builders because of the impact they have had on their teams. This year's President's Award winner is rugby's Sophie Picard and football's Brett Switzer.
Hey Kevin, just on behalf of every single student athlete at Acadia, past and present, we just want to say a huge thank you for your contributions over the years, not just as a hockey coach, but as an athletic director. Everything you've done for the student athletes here has been incredible.
Yeah, I would say that everybody's success as an individual athlete did have something to do with you, and we don't take that lightly. So with everything in mind, thank you a lot.